So we're at 10-1, game point for Atlanta, and this is where all hell breaks loose. Watch Ben here, just like doesn't even care. He's not even looking. He's just like, all right, let's just end this. Just sitting at the kitchen, just ready to take it. So we'll jump in here. It's 1-0 for Atlanta, and just keep your eye on Ben Johns. Just kind of straight-legged, just chilling, just firing away. That time it worked. So 7-1 here. Starting to get away from them, and you can just tell Ben is starting to care less and less. He's still kind of trying here, and look at this. He's just going to speed up a terrible ball to speed up. Tracks down the lob here. Comes up for this one. Kind of just chilling. 8-1 now. Watch this, Ben. Get the middle ball. Or not. So we're at 10-1, game point for Atlanta, and this is where all hell breaks loose. Watch Ben here, just like doesn't even care. He's not even looking. He's just like, all right, let's just end this. Just sitting at the kitchen, just ready to take it. They end up getting the point. You just know that Ben is pissed that they actually had to serve again. Like, he's just gonna hit the ball as hard as he can. I feel so bad for Tammy that she's got to deal with this. Look at Ben, he just does not care. Just walking, just chilling. Oh, man. So game point again, 10-1. Tammy pops that up and Ben doesn't even care. He's like, thank God we're done. So looks pretty obvious that Ben tanked there. Atlanta ended up winning the match. And check this out. This came out a little after the match. Ben and Collin Johns are pulling out of all remaining matches due to the lighting. So if you don't know, Ben has some nerve damage that he got when he was a kid, and indoor lighting kind of messes with him. There's been a few times where on the PPA tour, he's opted to not play in indoor tournaments. So this is kind of crazy that after one match, he bails. So it validates the claim that, yeah, Ben tanked that game, at least towards the end. Everybody is blowing this up on social media. Zane tweeted, after Ben Johns blatantly tanks his mixed match against Atlanta this morning, Ben and Collin decide to withdraw from the rest of the tournament. Ben should be suspended, not from MLP because he clearly doesn't want to play, but from the PPA as well. And we have a rare Ben Johns sighting on X. He said, I've made it clear to MLP that if we played outside or if the lighting were improved, I would be more than happy to play the rest of the weekend. Based on light readings taken on the court, it is a third the amount of professional tennis is played at. Hot paddles plus bad lighting equals injury. Did Ben just like roll up with one of these? Does he just have this in his bag ready to go? That's kind of awesome. I'm not going to lie. Zane replied, that can certainly be true, but the bigger issue is clear tanking. I supported you and Anna Lee when you pulled out of singles in North Carolina due to the rollout courts, but I can't support tanking. Jimmy coming in with, must be too dark and dangerous to stay and support the rest of your team. Now, real quick, I just want to jump ahead to this right here. Miami versus St. Louis. This is the men's doubles match. Watch what happens to Hayden Patriquin. We're going to get up to the kitchen, dink for a second, the speed up, and watch. Oh, no. Hayden gets ricocheted in the eye. Oh, that's got to suck. Watch this one more time. So off his paddle into the eye. Now the question is this due to bad lighting? This occasionally happens. I don't think it's a result of poor lighting. But the reason I bring it up is because Ben was tweeting during this. He said, again, I'm happy to play with my team and make up the matches at other events or venues. H just got hit in the face and can't say 100% it was due to lighting, but definitely could have been. Change happens when players speak up, and hopefully this makes venues safer in the future. MLP did actually put out a message. Basically, they just said, hey, let's focus on pickleball for the rest of the weekend, and then afterwards, we'll let you know what we decide to do. Ben Johns did put this on his story on Instagram. To sum it up, he said that it's because of the lighting we're pulling out. He said the lighting does not meet conditions to meet acceptable standards for safety. He did come with receipts. He gave actual facts. He measured the lighting, and he's holding it to the standard of tennis. He says they can't accept this because it's exposing them to unnecessary risk. He said continuing to play under these conditions would be irresponsible. He said they'll return to the court under conditions that uphold the professionalism and safety that pro pickleball deserves. Signed, Ben and Collin Johns. Collin Johns also put out a message on his Instagram, a little bit more snarky than Ben, which is so funny.
To the armchair experts commenting without facts about the playing conditions in Columbus, we accept your thanks for taking the lead and insisting on professional standards that protect all players and preserve fair play. Ironic how just as Ben and I would have taken the court, Hayden loses the ball in center court and takes a deflection to the eye, requiring a medical timeout. Inadequate lighting perhaps, but hey, what do we know?
Look, people are having different opinions on this. Here's how I see it. If Ben has like an injury in his eye and he doesn't feel like it's safe to play, I think it's totally reasonable for him to say, hey, I'm sitting the next game out. But if you're going to play in a game, you got to give full effort. Like, you can't just be tanking and not trying. That's crazy. I mean, it's bad for the league. It's bad for the sport, but also it's just not fair to your teammates. It's also like, look, if you're really afraid of getting hurt, you can wear glasses, which is crazy because Collin wears the glasses. So why the heck is Collin bailing on all this? His eyes are fine and he has protection on. Now, look, I don't wear glasses when I play, and I get why most people don't like it, because it is kind of tough to play in. You don't have your peripheral vision as clear. But if your option is to not play or wear glasses, I mean, I think you gotta pick the glasses. But again, if you think that you don't want to wear the glasses and your eye is causing you to have a circumstance where medically you feel uncomfortable playing, then fine. But why did he bail on the whole weekend? He just stopped showing up. This is a team sport. Why wouldn't you support your team? That's crazy to me. You know, what bothers me too is that, honestly, look, everybody's in the comments of like my videos and stuff, and you know, writing to me on Twitter and on Instagram. The number one thing I get is people complaining that I'm always advocating for like chirping and all the cursing. You know, I laugh at like Fed complaining and stuff like that. I think it's funny. And everyone's always saying, this is bad for the sport. They need to be professional, blah, 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 blah. Those same people are the ones that are like, well, Collin and Ben are just using their voice. It's like, okay, if there's one thing that is bad for the sport, it's somebody blatantly tanking and just bailing on their team. That is just crazy to me. I literally don't know how anybody could support this. I'm sorry. It also really hurts the team too, because now they have to start their games down a few points, as we saw that rule change just go into effect. Although I could promise you that Tammy Emmerich definitely prefers to play with her husband, Martin. So Ben and Collin, I'm pretty sure they're not going to get their appearance fee. So that right there is a big punishment. On top of that, I hope they get fined. I hope they get suspended. Like, this needs to be completely disincentivized on all fronts. Like, it is very rare for me to be calling for a suspension or a fine. I think this is the one time where I'm like, yeah, that's appropriate. Pickleballcentral.com is back with some more pickleball gear. This website has everything you need for pickleball, whether it's paddles, pickleballs, maybe new shoes. I mean, literally, they have everything you would ever need. Let's check out what they got. I see they got new shoes from K-Swiss. Let's see what they got. Oh, I feel like I would totally get these. Black and red, that is my jam. Maybe even a white and black, that's not bad. Oh, this is it right here. Gray, black, and red. That's I'm getting this. Let's see what paddles they got too. The new Pink Rhapsody. This definitely has an interesting design to it. What's cool is Pickleball Central actually even like include videos. So like whenever you're shopping for a paddle, you can get a detailed breakdown. Look at the size of that pickleball on the shelf on the left. I've been playing with the Flamingo for a few months now and I love it. I was a little bit worried that it wasn't going to be the same as the Series 1, but honestly, it has been an upgrade. It is great to play with. So no matter what you're looking for, head on over to pickleballcentral.com. Best way to head over there is to hit the link down in the description below. That's going to automatically apply a discount at your checkout. Also, it helps support the show, lets them know that you came from here. So if you need new pickleball stuff, if you want to help support the show, if you want to save yourself some money, go click on that link down in the description. Head on over to Pickleball Central. Pick up some new pickleballs, a new paddle, maybe some new shoes. Whatever it is you need, you're going to find it on pickleballcentral.com.